Yo, welcome to Both Sides of the Ring, episode 1. Okay, diving straight in here. So, firstly, I want to apologize for taking so long to get this first episode up and running. I've been sick the past week and a half, and I wanted to make sure that I was fully better before I started recording. So, I don't want anyone to worry about these episodes being too far in between from now on, because we're here and we're going to get this going. I've got some future surprises in store. I'm working on getting some guests in and just talking about different shit, be it mental health, life updates, music, acting, manga, anime, gaming, whatever. So if you're into all that, I hope you enjoy. Okay, diving right in here. So as I said, I've been sick and I've been recovering. I'm better now, and now I decided to take today to record this episode so that way I can get straight to work on future content. As far as a mental status update, I've been okay. No outrageous outbursts with my episodes, due to me being schizophrenic and all. I've been dealing with those internally because there's been a lot of important stuff going on, and I didn't need that to interfere. But aside from that, I'm just living life, getting shit prepped for this summer, because I'm a summer baby, so birthday. So want to get some things in order for some fun time for a birthday vacation, with me and my girlfriend. Also, I've never been on a cruise before, so that's one thing that we are looking into. Just taking that plunge. I don't know, it's just something different and something to enjoy. Like a little bucket list option, if you will. I don't necessarily have a fear of the ocean, so I'm not too worried about being out there for how many days and how many nights, but I am looking forward to it. Like I said, we're just in the planning stages, so hopefully, we can get that off the ground and running. Other thing I mentioned earlier about getting people on to talk about different stuff. So if you're listening to this, you are free to shoot me a message if you feel as though you want to come on and shoot me a message. Let me know about what you'd like to discuss. If it's to promote something to get the word out there, that is cool too. I don't have no issues with doing that. Sometimes the smallest publicity can help reach, the biggest audiences. So yeah, like I said, don't be afraid to do that. For today, I'm just taking it easy, just doing this episode here. But other than that, I don't really have much else going on. I mean, aside from some other small work with my blog and stuff, did a blog post last evening. I was due for another one, so I made sure to get that going and take care of that. So I'll have a link up to that so that you can read it. It's not really all that much. It's more of a life update since I've just been taking so long, but I'm going to be more active on it and be sharing a lot of other stuff. especially because I'm sort of a foodie too. So want to transition that from just being about like my mental space and sharing like food photos and life adventures and shit like that. So that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, not really doing much today, but just relaxing, working on my important things I need to take care of, planning future content, and just, making sure that all of my important shit needs to be handled. I would like to talk about my mental space a lot more and stuff, but I feel like I do that enough as it is. So I want to tone it down a little bit just for now. That way everything doesn't always sound so depressing or whatever. Like, not that there's nothing wrong with like venting your mental capacity and stuff like that, but I just feel like sometimes we all need a breather not to think about it, especially me, because sometimes the more I think about it, the more depressed I get, because I'm more worried about not being as average as other people who don't have to deal what I deal with like voices and shit like that. So I'm just gonna make sure I try to balance it out like half and half. But I mean, I'm gonna put it out there that there will be episodes dedicated to stuff like that. So if it hits home for you and it's like certain subjects that you're not willing to listen to because it'll like, I don't know, maybe trigger something, you can just skip that episode or that part of the discussion. Sorry. And that's fine too. It's totally fine, because like I said, we all need a break from all the sadness and depression and stuff like that. So yeah. So I know there wasn't really much to today's episode. I mean, this wasn't my first episode. Oh, but I did get this new microphone that I'm using now. So if you've listened to my intro episode, you'll see the massive difference in sound quality from that. And like I said, everything will only improve over time. Just wanted to reiterate that. Yeah, so far what I've tested with this microphone, like it's been good. Like, it's not some overly expensive one, but for the time being, it's getting the job done. Eventually I'm gonna get all of this up to like a bigger like production and quality and stuff like that. Maybe adding like music transitions and segments and shit, just like making this podcast just super high quality. It'll be a tad bit expensive, but I'll be doing it over time, so that way I'm not like straining myself with like upkeep and stuff like that. So yeah, that's gonna be a ride there, and I'm looking forward to it. Another thing is that I've been thinking about like maybe branching out into some sort of live video segments down the road. Like, not so much very soon, but just putting it into perspective, like an idea. Like, I'll see how fast and how far this grows before I decide to take the live route. But I do sort of rather like the whole just sitting and recording, because it's better for me to like edit, especially if there's any like unwanted sounds or stuff that'll come up in future discussions that may be a bit much for people to hear or listen to. But you know, we'll get there. Not really too worried about it, but yeah, I'm super excited. I wasn't as nervous as doing this episode as I did with my intro, but I'm getting into the swing of things. It's going. Obviously there's still some there, but I'll eventually get over it. Also, since I'm doing all this off the top of my head for this one, so I can get a feel for the whole podcast scene moving forward, I'll be somewhat doing a little bit of scripts for solo episodes, but for any guests that I may have, it'll just be like raw and like unfiltered. So if you're one of the people that listens to this podcast and you're on here, you don't have to worry about like holding back on anything, because I want this to be expressive and I want people to like really like, you know, put their feelings out there, like how they feel about something, or if you really needed to be unfiltered to explain like whatever we're talking about, then that is totally fine too. The solo episodes will be on the little shorter side, since there's really not much to like myself like from time to time. But the guests, yeah, you'll be in for like some really good stuff. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about this first episode, and maybe I'll do another one before the week is up. Get like a second episode in. Like, I'm aiming to do 2 episodes a week, one in the beginning and one at the end, so that way you can enjoy listening to my voice or whatever over the weekend, or like if you're bored or you're just like interested in what I have going on. So yeah, until then, this has been Both Sides of the Brain, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.